What is going on, everybody? Mike here from Bay State Outdoors. I just wanted to do a tabletop review today of the tried and true Glock 43. The subcompact 9mm, the smallest Glock in 9mm that Glock makes. This gun is absolutely phenomenal and has definitely taken the reins as my favorite everyday carry firearm. Lately, I could say I've been getting lazy. I've been carrying for comfort. And it's very hard to be uncomfortable carrying a Glock 43. I mean, the only thing smaller that I own is maybe a Ruger LCP or a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. And again, not nearly as accurate as I am with the Glock 43. Glock 33 has a total length of 6 inches, a total width of 1.06, with a slide width of 0.87. This gun only weighs 20.64 ounces. And that's loaded, by the way, with a magazine and fully loaded. This gun is so tiny. I mean, I am not a big guy. I have fairly small hands. I mean, cannot beat the size. Like I said before, I appendix carry. So slide width and grip length is super important to me. This gun does get a lot of hate. Again, this is no mag, nothing in the chamber. If I put the magazine in, it is not going to make it unsafe because there is still no round in the chamber. But this gun with a flush mount magazine, it's just tiny. There are I've a couple mags with Pierce extensions. You can get Taran tactical extensions, +3, +4, whatever. It just makes it harder to conceal. I'm okay with 6+1. Full size 1911s aren't far off. I mean, there's 7-round magazines, there's 8-round magazines for 1911, and so on and so forth. And that's a big full size gun. I'm just okay with 6+1. I do, like I said, I have magazines with Pierce +1 extensions, and those are just fine. They just don't have a flush mount. They have that little bump out, which is fine. I can conceal that. 7+1, holding 8 altogether, that's great. But I just want to show why I think the Glock 43 is the best. So my initial concealed carry gun, and I don't mean to gravitate off the Glock 43, but I initially started with this bad boy right here. Old Gen 2 police trade-in Glock 27. This gun was phenomenal for me. I started out carrying 40. 40 was a lot easier to get. This gun concealed extremely well. Again, no magazine. Sorry to have to do this, but nothing in the chamber. This gun concealed just very well. Only takedown is it's a little thick, right? So the Glock 27 has a weight loaded with a magazine. The magazine, nothing in it. But if it was loaded with the flush mount magazine, it would be weighing 26.46 ounces. That is quite a bit heavier than the 20.64 that the Glock 43 weighs. It has an overall length of 6.5 inches, which isn't far from the Glock 43, with a slide width at 1 inch, which this Glock 43 is at 0.87. So size comparison-wise, the Glock 27 and the Glock 19 pretty much have the same slide width. I know it doesn't look crazy, but it is a noticeable difference. All right, and again, since I appendix carry, the Glock 27 was doable. I did switch over to 9mm from 40. I bought a Glock 23, carried that around for a while, switched over to 9mm, and bought a Glock 26. I couldn't sell my first gun, but I did sell the Glock 26. And that leaves me with the Glock 43, which again, in my eyes, was a great choice. This firearm is very snappy. Like I said, it's controllable, but it is snappy. But if I'm not carrying the Glock 43, I am carrying the Glock 19. Now, there's a huge size difference between the Glock 19 and the Glock 43. By no means is this close. Winter carry, I just go for the Glock 19. But there really is, I just don't feel out-armed with the Glock 43 at all. I really don't. But it is cool that I could get pre-band mags for it. I can get the 15 rounders if I can find them and I want to pay $100 for a Glock magazine. That's fine. So the Glock 19 has an overall length of 7.36 inches with a total width of 1.26, a 1-inch slide width, and the gun weighs 30.16 ounces. So, I mean, this is a lot heavier of a gun than this. So again, no magazine, nothing in the chamber. Obviously, I did not rack it, so there's still nothing in the chamber. there is a huge difference. I mean, the Glock 19 is a behemoth compared to the Glock 43. Now, I am non-military, so I'm not an operator. I don't think I'm John Wick when I put a gun on. Going out and about, I feel very comfortable with the Glock 43. Going to the range, I have a lot more fun shooting my Glock 19. I've become very proficient at the range of my Glock 43. My groupings are getting noticeably better. I plan on doing a bunch of shoot-around stuff at the range. I did chicken out this week because a bunch of people showed up and I didn't want to be talking on camera. It's not really my forte yet. I'm hoping I get better at it. But yeah, guys, like I said, a lot of people tell me to at least go to the Glock 43X, which I've heard nothing but great things. I have a lot of friends that carry the Glock 43X. But with that being said, I feel like at that point I might as well carry my Glock 19. Since I appendix carry, the grip is kind of important. It sticks out. I have to go get a better holster with a paddle if I'm going to cant it in a little bit better. I don't know. Like I said, it just fits better. There are guns of similar sizes. The Smith & Wesson Shield is a very similar size to the Glock 43. Again, the SIG P365, I've heard nothing but good things about. I just don't want to go invest the money on it yet until it gets a little further reviewed. I know when they initially came out, the barrels were peening and quality control just was not there. SIG was not known for making striker-fired guns. They've always been hammer-fired. So, I have many friends that have 365s. They have nothing but good things to say. Here in Massachusetts, I have to get the one with the safety, or I can find a really expensive used one on Arms List, which I really don't want to go down. But who knows? Maybe I'll give that a shot soon. I'm grabbing the P365. Like I said, I do have friends that have shields, and I do like them as well, but nothing is going to meet a Glock in my mind. So, guys, Mike here from Bay State Outdoors. I hope this swayed some people to go get a Glock. And be safe out there, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.